Companies and startups have traditionally gone public and executed an IPO for 5 main reasons. 1, they want to raise capital. 2, from a branding perspective. 3, to increase the liquidity of the shares. 4, it enables the company to get more customer credibility. And 5, to be able to use their shares as mergers and acquisitions currency. Let's start with the raising capital. In the past, it used to be virtually impossible for companies to raise, for instance, $100 million in equity funding via private markets alone. Now that situation has changed dramatically. Private capital markets have exploded, and we even see companies raising billions in private markets. Uber, Lyft, Airbnb, and many others have raised billions in private capital markets, and going public via an IPO is no longer the exclusive road to raising large capital amounts. Branding is also a big motivation for doing an IPO. And doing an IPO represents a major branding event for a startup that increases the visibility of its brand and allows it to tell its story directly to its customers. But with the media now doing extensive coverage of startups, the attraction of enhanced branding via an IPO has actually diminished somewhat. Importantly, doing an IPO allows the shares of the startup to be traded, enhancing its liquidity and allowing investors to convert their stakes into cash. Doing an IPO has real value in achieving the liquidity goal. A startup may also enjoy much greater credibility from doing an IPO and being listed. The greater transparency that comes with being a public company, including audited financial statements that can be accessed by the general public, the financial discipline and visibility that comes with being a public company, these can often help a startup to close large enterprise sales. And finally, the public company status that results from an IPO enables a startup to issue its own shares to execute mergers and acquisitions. This may be an essential requirement as it grows, both organically, but most importantly, through acquisitions of other companies.